Ranking the TT Games Lego games. Now, I mentioned in the past that the Lego games are a core part of my childhood. They are one of the main inspirations for me making video games, and I'm definitely going to get more in depth with a lot of the Lego game design decisions in the future. But I kind of wanted to start off by just sort of giving like gut reactions to the games. Like, I haven't played a lot of these games recently, so I'm not exactly, balancing them all off of objective thought or look at design and all that stuff. Just basically from the heart, just from my heart, what my gut feeling is from playing these all over the years. Now, as you can see, I do have a category designated never played because there are still some that I haven't played, but we'll put them as we go. Things are a little mixed up down here. I will be sort of going through these not in the order of which they are displayed, but instead by their chronological release. And so that's actually going to start us off with the original Lego Star Wars. So just sort of getting these up here. Lego Star Wars 1 and 2 were put together to make Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. Now, it's worth noting that The Complete Saga is mostly Lego Star Wars 2 with essentially prequel DLC heavily based off of Lego Star Wars 1. And a lot of like reused assets, is what it was. So I will rank these individually. I'm probably going to move these around as I go through the tier list. For the first Lego games, I mean, they really did get a lot right on the first try. They're at least B tier. Complete Saga, of course, goes a tier up higher from actually containing the content of both of these games. Now, I should also mention, Complete Saga does show its age in quite a few places. Like, for example, there's characters that are still basically useless in that game. And then there's also a lot of things like power-ups and challenge mode that was unique to that game that was kind of just a padding thing and, didn't really amount to much going forward. That being said, I'm not basing my opinions on these games on if I had to 100% complete, which one would I, enjoy the whole process the most. It's kind of weird because even after all this time, even with Skywalker Saga, there still is something that the Complete Saga and the original Lego Star Wars do that no other Lego game does, and I'll get more into the science at some point in the future, but for now, I think this is where they definitely go. Next up, Lego Indiana Jones Original Adventures. This definitely goes in a B tier as well. Hang on, I'm going to move these around, but actually, Lego Indiana Jones is probably going to go a little bit below. I'm probably also going to rank these essentially from left to right as well. No, wait, actually, here's what we're doing. C tier for indie doesn't feel right. Let's bump it up. Lego Star Wars S tier. Those in A. This one in B. See, my reason for putting indie this low, I really do like it. Indiana Jones does kind of suffer with some things due to the source material. Especially like when you see like the boss battles in this game, there's not really much going on, is because Indy doesn't really fight things that are more than just a guy doing a thing. The most boss battle experience you really get in the original films is like when he fights on the tank, but that's about it. And because of that, Indy is a little sparse on the different character abilities that you can have. But I mean, the atmosphere for this is great. The level design, really good, so it gets at least a solid B tier. Next up, classic Trilogy Lego games. We got Lego Batman, the original, which definitely goes up to a solid A tier. This is the first game that I did not play as a kid. I actually didn't start playing them until Lego Batman 2, but coming back, I'm very impressed with the original Lego Batman, with the way it does all the suits, the way it's got all the villains, the way that it's got the villain campaign and everything. Very well done. Really, my only complaint about Lego Batman, the original video game, is that some of the music is a little repetitive because they used exclusively the Batman '89 soundtrack. So, and I do factor music into Lego games quite a bit, and that's like the only notch in it, but otherwise... Oh, and the fact that Ra's al Ghul is just a reskin of Nightwing, but other than that, really solid game. Next up is Lego Indiana Jones 2. See, Lego Indiana Jones 2 and Lego Indiana Jones 1 are very different games, and Lego Indiana Jones 2 actually fixes some of the problems that I do have with the original. I say fix loosely, because the boss fights in Indy 2 are, like, they're much better mechanically, I feel, but, like, there are also things that just straight up did not happen in the movie. Lego Indiana Jones 2 takes a lot of creative liberties. It also stretches out Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, the fourth movie, into 3 parts. But the thing that kind of still what makes me want to put it in B tier is 2 things. One, it pioneered the hub world design. It wasn't the best done, but it was the first Lego game to have something that resembles the modern hub world design that we would later come to know and love. Did a thing by the way that Indy 2 is structured, it incentivizes you to use more of the character roster because it like divides up the characters among the 4 different movies. And it has the level builder. Honestly, I'd put Lego Indy down in C tier if it didn't have the level builder, but the level builder is just too good. Next up, we have Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4. I think this is going to go into B tier. This is definitely going to go higher than Indy, I feel like. The spell system is pretty interesting in this game. Unfortunately, since most of the characters are revolving around the spell system, there's not too much variety. And I definitely think the default spells that you get could be better. This is something that they improve later on. There's also some pretty repetitiveness. Like a lot of the levels in the first 2 movies are kind of the same. Like, oh, here's another forest level and here's another like sneaking around Hogwarts level. It takes about halfway through the game before they really start getting some more unique places. The second half of the game's levels is way better than the first. It does also have the level builder as well, but it's not nearly as robust as Indy 2. So I think it's going to end up in high B tier. Next up is Lego Star Wars 3, and this definitely is another A tier game. It had a huge graphical upgrade that looks quite nice. It had a little ground battle mode, while not like the best implemented, was an interesting way to spice up the types of levels that you got. Space battles were a massive improvement from the previous games, and the hub with like the 2 capital ships and the way that does its roster. Lego Star Wars 3 also brings back the bounty hunter missions from Star Wars 2 and Complete Saga and does it really well. And the way you use like gold bricks to open and explore the hub is pretty good. So yeah, solid A tier. Next up, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, another A tier. I think I'm actually going to put this at a higher A tier. Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, I think, was the peak of the classic Mumble era TT games before they introduced talking and before they introduced massive hub worlds. It's got a wide variety of different types of levels. It's got some very good slow levels, like the one where you're stuck on the island with Jack. I feel like slow levels can easily be done not well. They can easily be boring, but I think they're done pretty well in Pirates of the Caribbean. And Pirates of the Caribbean, unlike Indiana Jones, has like just enough going on to make some interesting gameplay elements, like the cursed treasure. You got Davy Jones's crew that are like fish people that can go underwater, and you've got Blackbeard's sword, which gives it that little edge and makes some pretty interesting boss battles and encounters, and having a good character roster. So yeah, top of the A tier for Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7 fixes pretty much every issue that I have with original Lego Harry Potter. I think I'm gonna put it right below Lego Batman and just right above Lego Star Wars 3. Because yeah, the spells are much better, the character roster much better, the levels more interesting. Loss of the level builder, unfortunately, but everything else more than makes up for it. Oh, and like the hub worlds with like, it's not like a huge hub world like later Lego games, but like Hogwarts was pretty large to explore, and you had all the other places like Hogsmeade and like places in London you can go. Next up, Lego Batman 2, S tier for this. I've said this in some other places. Lego Batman 2 is probably the most new stuff that we got in a Lego game, and new stuff that worked really well. It was the second incarnation of the big hub worlds that were first seen in Lego Indiana Jones 2, but those were done really well, using both the hub as well as the traditional levels, the roster with a good amount of Batman stuff, and the introduction of DC characters. There's not quests like in later Lego games in the hub world, but they've got the whole thing where like you've got all of the villains all around, you have a boss fight with all of them, all the vehicles you could do. It's very well done, it's very well rounded. And for the first game to introduce talking, I think they did it pretty good in this game with the voice cast. Next up, Lego City Undercover. I'm only going to rank the main one. because I haven't really played the other one. I don't think that's technically a mainline TT game, but yeah, Lego City. No, get out of F tier. Lego City Undercover. Second game to have voice acting. First Lego game to have an entirely original story. Lego Batman, the original, technically had one, but Lego City Undercover, original story, original characters, original setting. Taking place in Lego City. The humor in this is done really well. Got lots of interesting levels. Chase McCain's disguises that he goes undercover with, really, really cool. You got all the different things, all the different other characters that you can be in this game as well. It doesn't have the co-op, but there's a lot of well-done stuff. I don't think it's better than Harry Potter, but it's definitely better than Star Wars 3, in my opinion. Do I want to reshuffle some of these? Okay, hang on. Let's do a bit of reshuffling. Let's put... We're going to take these, push them down a little bit. Star Wars 2 goes a little bit higher. Put it like right here. Lego Marvel Superheroes, another S tier. Lego Batman 2 introduced the open world hub Lego structure. Lego City Undercover made some good additions to it with the big city. Lego Marvel Superheroes perfected the hub world system. Oh wait, I actually forgot. Lego Lord of the Rings actually came. Lego Lord of the Rings, I definitely think we'll put it top of B tier. Lego Lord of the Rings, it's for a fantasy Lego game, with all of Middle Earth to explore and stuff, it's got a really good way of doing that. It's got a good character roster with all the different abilities that you can do. I'm a little mixed on how they do the items in this game. And this was also the first Lego game with talking that used like archive audio from the movie. A lot of the jokes in Lego Lord of the Rings, they just don't work for me. Like, there was the one where like they took a major character's death and they tried to make it funny, and I don't think it worked very well at all. They could really tell that they couldn't get people to record more audios. And it's really noticeable in this game. I'm not a huge fan of how the quests. This is the first game they actually introduced quests in, and I think they're pretty hit or miss in Lego Lord of the Rings. That being said, still a solid game. Lego Marvel just did everything better with the quests, because like doing the quests gives you characters, which I believe Lord of the Rings also does. But like Lego Marvel Superheroes, it gives you characters. You've got the Deadpool missions that are unlocked with gold bricks, and then you can get, the power bricks, or the Deadpool bricks from it, rather. Character roster is fantastic, aged incredibly well for what would eventually become in the MCU. Still missing a couple characters, but considering the time where it came out with, the characters they chose were really solidly chosen. Hang on, I'm going to... Lego Star Wars 3, I definitely feel like it's above... Is it? Because Lego Star Wars 1, you've got, like, the ending level on Mustafar, which is... No, I gotta remember, I have played it. I have played Lego Star Wars 1 recently for the first time, and... Yeah, it's missing a lot of quality of life stuff they introduced in Lego Star Wars 2, so yeah, I'm keeping it down here. Actually, you know what? Lego Star Wars the original should probably go down below. Yeah, okay, yeah, because Lego Star Wars 1 really does miss like a lot of stuff. Like, it doesn't have it doesn't have gold bricks as a mechanic, and Lego Indy 1 does. So yeah, we'll put that there. Oh yeah, Lego Movie, the video game. There's a good mix of characters in this game. They at least have voice people to get unique dialogue for it. But it does feel very stretched because it's only based off of one movie, and there are some things that I'm not a huge fan of, unfortunately. So I think just below Lord of the Rings is where it should go. Still has a lot of cool stuff in it. Again, like because it's got like some good crossover stuff with the characters, but yeah, I think it could have been a bit better. Not too bad though. Lego Batman 3. Oh boy, this is by far the weirdest Lego game. So much weird stuff. The lantern planets, the weird celebrity guest, the weird stuff they chose as the characters. I respect the weirdness though. I respect it. I don't 100% enjoy it like I do the other stuff. So I think this is gonna have to be our first C tier game. So that's gonna go there. Everything that's good about Lego Batman 3 is gonna be done better in a later game. Lego Jurassic World, I have never played. I'm also gonna put these Ninjago games, never played. Bionicle, never played. That one, never played. Let me just get all those out there. Yeah, with that. Lego Friends, the Chima. I don't think these were TT games, but I'll just put them here anyways. All right, Dimensions. Now, Dimensions, really cool concept, the Toys to Life thing. Unfortunately, the Toys to Life design really works against a lot of things that make Lego fun. Like for example, the main campaign only has, you know, the 3 main characters. You don't have a wide range of characters that you can get. You don't unlock the characters like any other Lego game. You had to pay literal money for them. And if it wasn't for how much stuff they crossed over, it would probably go down a lot lower. But again, they did put a lot of love into a lot of the brands that they put in here. Even for stuff that was kind of like one-off, like The Wizard of Oz or Scooby-Doo. Plus, you also got some Lego City Undercover stuff as like a pseudo-sequel. Just kind of crossing over all these characters was really fun, and the characters themselves, for the most part, are done pretty well. It's definitely B tier. Ooh, can I put it above? It just... I'm gonna have to come back to this. I think right here is where it's gonna be. It doesn't quite get over Lord of the Rings, unfortunately, but still, there's a lot of good stuff to be had with Lego Dimensions. Next, Lego The Hobbit, F tier. It did improve some things with Lego Lord of the Rings. It has some better mechanics and stuff. However, Lego The Hobbit, I have to put it an F on principle because it's the only Lego game that they never finished. They literally released an incomplete Lego game. They released it before they made the 3rd movie. They said they were going to do the 3rd movie as DLC, but they never did. So now we just have a Lego game that covers the first 2 Hobbit movies and doesn't go over the ending, which I just think is unacceptable. No matter how good the actual mechanics are, the fact that it only does those 2 movies, and it's not like when they only did Force Awakens, which we'll probably do next year. Force Awakens was only a single movie, but at least that movie was self-contained. The Hobbit movies are not self-contained. Like the second movie literally ends with the dragon about to destroy everything. So it goes in F, regardless of how good its actual mechanics are. I have also never played Lego The Hobbit, but again, on principle, I have to put it in F for it being a literally incomplete game. Lego Avengers. I don't quite like it as much as Marvel Superheroes. There's a lot of good stuff going for it. Lego Marvel Superheroes was also the one where they got enough people to record new audio with like people with Agent Coulson, so that the archive audio of the movies didn't feel like quite as awkward, and they had a much better time working in original humor in it than they did in Lord of the Rings. Better than 5 through 7. I also haven't actually completed this one. Also, wait, there's no X-Men in this. There's no X-Men. Spider-Man had to be put in as DLC. That's a thing that kind of hurts it. Okay, I think right there is where it's going to end up. Lego Worlds. I'm going to have to also put this in C tier. It's got, like, survival stuff, sandbox stuff, and if I was more into survival specifically, I'd probably enjoy this a lot more, but if I want to play a sandbox game, I'd rather just play Minecraft. Lego Star Wars Force Awakens. Ooh, so it's just about the Force Awakens. It's one movie stretched out across a whole bunch of stuff. I don't like how they did the DLC for this game. Lego games have been predominantly pretty good at DLC ever since they started doing them, but I did not like how they did DLC in Force Awakens. The hub, the way they did the hub stuff, I think it kind of works in some places, but I wish it was done better in other places. I like that all of the mini kits are now micro fighters. That was done pretty well. But I feel like everything good in Force Awakens is done better in a future game. Maybe top... No, it's gonna go below Lego Batman. So yeah, it's C tier. Lego Ninjago, never played it. We'll see what it's like. Lego Movie 2, the video game. I know I'm going out of order here. I technically have I haven't played it just a little bit, but what little I didn't like, again, because it's kind of a copy-paste of Lego Worlds. It's at least a complete experience, but also it's like they don't have all the character ability stuff. They're basically skins. The building stuff, again, I'm not quite sure why they did things the way they did them, but yeah, I think this is going to go D tier. Lego The Incredibles. I haven't played it, and I definitely should. Oh, wait, actually, wait, where is... I skipped over it before. I haven't played Jurassic World either. I will at some point, but I have no basis for that. Same thing with The Incredibles. I've seen some promising things with The Incredibles. I've seen some not so promising things, but we'll see where it is. I just know The Incredibles, unfortunately, will not be as good as some of the games we're going to get to in a bit, but... Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. It does bring back, of course, Spider-Man into the main story. It's got some interesting stuff with both MCU and comic book stuff. The hub is an interesting design. And I do like, obviously, Lego Star Wars 2 made the character creator, and Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 had a lot of character creator stuff that you could do. It's still pretty good. Not quite. It's just missing some stuff from the previous Lego Marvel games. Okay, I think it's definitely better than Lord of the Rings. Is it high B tier or low? Let's go with high B tier. Now, Lego DC Supervillains, peak. I said that Lego Pirates of the Caribbean was like the top of the classic era Lego games. Lego DC Superheroes was the peak of like the mid-2010s hub world era. The hub world with like Gotham, Metropolis, and all that stuff was fantastic. The character roster, immaculate. DLC was really good. All the side missions that they have in that game. The fact that they pay top dollar, because a lot of the Lego games, like, they have their own voices, but in Lego DC Supervillains, everyone who voiced a character in that game has voiced it somewhere else before. Like, you had Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, Joker. You had like a lot of Arkham voice actors, animated series from like Justice League, cartoon. A couple of Arrowverse people even showed up. Like, it really did feel like a celebration of everything DC. Best hub, best character roster. It was really only missing Killer Moth, and it would have been like a 100% perfect experience. And then finally, the last of the Lego games before the new Lego Batman game that's going to come out later the year, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. The polish on Skywalker Saga is immaculate. How the way it looks with the characters, the voice cast is top-notch. Lots of Clone Wars people, lots of people from other places in Star Wars, and if not, the sound-alikes for most of the characters sound really good, even when they couldn't get the original character. Weirdly enough, Lego Star Wars and Lego Indiana Jones 2 share a lot of the DNA with how like their hub worlds go, with how short the levels are. Unfortunately, the similarities that Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga shares with the Lego Indiana Jones 2 are not the good things. Yeah, again, the levels are kind of short. Not every planet needed to be a hub. I don't know why they did that. Funny enough, I think one of the best levels in the game is Kojima, because it was the only one that they didn't turn into a hub. So they gave it like a more fuller level that just felt better to play through. I did like the class system. I do like how they sort of did the characters. I don't like how, of course, some of them were missing things like the Fets being able to hover. The combo system is really whatever. The over-the-shoulder stuff, that was technically introduced in Force Awakens, but again, it is kind of whatever here. I don't think it was necessary. A lot of AAA stuff that they tossed in that they didn't need. Honestly, again, it really has some immaculate polish, but some of the gameplay systems just aren't as good as even the first Lego game. Actually, I feel the polish is really well done. I think I do have to put it just barely above the first one, because like at least it's got good stuff going on with the bosses. Maybe I should probably put it up a little bit higher. Doesn't quite have the atmosphere of Indy 1 though. No, actually, hang on. I think what the solution is, I think I'm going to drag Lego Movie down a bit to below Skywalker Saga. Yeah, okay, I think I can live with that. Let me take one last look at this. Is there anything else I feel like changing? Let's sort out the top of the top. Lego Batman 2 is an S tier, although it's probably the bottom of S tier. Lego Marvel Superheroes barely gets beaten out by DC Supervillains. uh, I don't put Complete Saga up here from nostalgia. There's just some things that the way Star Wars just works really well with a lot of Lego stuff. Just a straight up remaster of Complete Saga would definitely for sure be top of S tier. But that's not what Skywalker Saga is. It's practically a different game. There is a bunch of stuff weighing it down. Okay, I do think just any sort of remaster. I also feel like there's some mod stuff that you can easily add in that makes Lego Star Wars S tier. It's not big changes, but the thing is you do still have to change Lego Star Wars. I think Lego DC Supervillains does reign supreme as the top notch because Lego DC Supervillains really does not compromise in pretty much any category. I think it's like solid 10s across the board for pretty much everything. And if I'm being honest, I think we also have to drop Lego Star Wars below Lego Marvels. Like, these two truly are the kings of Lego games, in my opinion. Best hubs, levels, characters. They have really strong superheroes. The superhero universes are just really good playgrounds for Lego games and their gameplay loops. Just to put some estimation, I'm gonna assume that Lego Jurassic World and Lego The Incredibles are probably gonna be B tier games for me. And if I'm probably Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is probably going to be an A tier game based off of what I've seen so far, just because of mostly losing the spot for S just from its character roster, or rather lack thereof with its small characters. But I'll have to withhold judgment to see how well it compensates for the lack of characters. So yeah, that's just my very quick from the heart Lego game tier list. That's what I think. What do you guys think? See if your opinions match. Tell me if I am correct or if I'm wrong. Again, I will probably change these in the near future, but that's where it stands as of right now. But check out the channel for more Lego stuff and game development stuff if you want. And if you want to stick around for more stuff, then I'll see you next time.